Hi Taurus, welcome to your August 2015 Runescope with me. My name is Amanda. As always, I just want to remind you to check out the video for your rising sign as well. That can give you some additional information of other things you may be dealing with in August. Of course, if you would like a reading specifically for you and not for all the other Taurians watching this video, you can contact me at runescopesforyou@gmail.com. That's the number 4 and the letter U. It's in this video and below this video too, just for your reference. But yeah, you can set up an appointment with me. I do live readings on Skype throughout the week, and it's $65 for a 30-minute session. So just drop me a line, we can get that set up for you. Let's see what runes want to speak to you in August, Taurus. And also, I did want to mention I am going to be offering another online rune class. I offer a 6-week course that is completely online. The next session starts August 24th and it will run through October 2nd. If you want to sign up for that, just get in touch with me at that same email address. The deadline to sign up and pay is noon on August 20th. And it's $185 for the entire course. So yeah, just get in touch with me about that if you're interested, and we'll get you signed up and added to the class roster. The runes can be a great introduction to divination if you've ever been interested in learning that, because there are only 25 runes as opposed to the bigger systems like the tarot, for instance, which are 78 cards. And it's really perfect for anyone looking to get into doing this sort of work, or just to have a system that you can kind of consult when you need to personally, when you're making a decision or just need some extra guidance on something or an issue you're grappling with. The runes are perfect for that. And, you know, they're a lot more specific in their interpretations, really. Tarot, because they have so many symbols and these beautiful images, there's a lot of different interpretations, and the runes can be interpreted differently as well by different readers. It's really just dependent on who's reading, but for the most part, they'll tell you what's up in a pretty straightforward way. So that can be great for somebody just starting. But let's see what August has here for you, Taurus. I just want to take a general kind of snapshot here and see what energies they're throwing at me here. Well, the first thing that comes up, your focus may be trying to, in August, with the Hermit card in reverse. And I actually didn't have any runes in that position. So we just got the Hermit card over here. So your focus is going to be either getting alone time, getting some sort of clarity, or, you know, being able to talk to somebody who is kind of a mentor to you. You may have trouble scheduling to talk to this person, so or somebody who's just going to give you advice. But the Hermit card, the Hermit is often a spiritual person. So I mean, maybe you are trying to focus on a spiritual discipline and it's just not working for you. And this could be maybe the energy moving into August, you know, maybe you're starting to question, maybe this is not the right path for me. I'm not feeling enlightened. I'm not feeling like I'm getting the information that I'm seeking. I'm not getting the answers that I'm seeking. And so yeah, there may be something to do with a spiritual quest or seeking answers through spirituality. And the method you have been experimenting with or investigating, or maybe even one that's worked for you for a long time, is going through a difficult period. Maybe it's no longer working for you, you're reevaluating that. But on a very mundane level, this could be just, you know, a chock full calendar of, you know, I gotta go. I gotta be social when I don't want to be social. And Taurus, you guys, you can be homebodies. You know, you are more comfortable in your domain with your family, with your close friends, with people that you resonate with, you know, the most. And, you know, but yeah, you could just be really, really busy in August, and, you know, you don't have enough time to kind of recharge your batteries. You know, and I think like from these cards and the runes that are out here, what they're saying is you need to find that time. If you can go into August knowing that, okay, I'm not going to schedule anything for at least one weekend, or at least, some period of time, maybe just Sundays, whatever you can do with your schedule to make it so this is just my day where I do nothing. And if anybody asks me to do anything, I'm going to say I'm booked or I'm scheduled that I've got something else going on that day. So yeah, you may have to, and you will have something scheduled for that day because you will have scheduled your alone time or you will have scheduled, your meditation time. Also, what I think the Hermit is saying here is that, because they're showing me someone who is trying to meditate but can't, or because there's so much going on, don't feel like you have to give up on something that has worked for you just because your mind is extra busy in August. That may be what's going on here. Maybe that's why, your meditation practice isn't working, or yoga isn't calming you down the way it normally does, or maybe you have to skip yoga, or you have to skip meditation because you're so busy. Or you can't get your mind to cooperate, or you just can't work it in. I feel like you'll get that back. You'll get that focus back. But August is just a busy month for you. A lot of stuff going on. And kind of a lot of fires to put out here, Taurus. For some of you, you may be the subject of gossip. You may be the subject of kind of a negativity being thrown at you by a group of people, or this could just be people being dishonest with you in some way. But I feel like kind of your approach to that is going to be, or kind of should be, this could be part of the advice, even though it's coming up in kind of the this is probably the way you would handle it anyway, most of you, but don't burden yourself with that. Don't let somebody put a burden on you that's not yours. Because that's another way this can work. Maybe somebody's trying to make you feel guilty, or, maybe you're so busy that you can't do something and somebody else considers it your responsibility, and they're, kind of bad-mouthing you because you had to cancel, or you had to change something around. You were unable to do something maybe you originally committed to. But you have to unburden yourself somewhere. So if there is something coming up, especially when you may have to be around people who are unappreciative, or who will not, that you just don't connect with. Maybe you just said you would do something because you felt like you were kind of coerced into it or talked into it anyway, and now you want to get out of it. I would say get out of it, Taurus. Know that you're going to take some bad mouthing for it, but I think it's kind of going to be worth it to you to get out of whatever this is, because it does seem like it's a big responsibility. For some of you, this may be at work, maybe a project your boss kind of, coerced you to take, that you're like, oh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to work with these people. This is a tough client and I don't really want to take that over, because it seems like other people, no one else wants it either. No one else wants to do this either. So yeah, I think your challenge in August may be to not accept something that you know is going to be a hassle, Taurus, or that you know is going to be stressful or burdensome to you, because you can get out of it. You can get out of it, and I feel like you should. It's going to make your month better if you can get out of it. This can also be somebody that asked your advice and did not take it. I think we've all had a friend like that. They're constantly getting themselves into trouble. They come to you for advice, but then when you give it to them, they don't take it. And then they moan and groan, and then they want to call you and moan and groan about how they've made the problem worse, or they've gone and created a new situation. You should be not available for this person's calls in August. You tried to help, they didn't want it, so unburden yourself. Whatever happens to this person is not your responsibility. Some of you may have been planning to go back to school, or planning to take an online course or some course of study, and maybe that's something you have to give up, because with these two cards, it's like you have to put down a burden. It would just be too much. But this is also the rune of academics and communication. In reverse, it could be that you have to maybe put something off regarding further education or certification. If you do have to take something like that in August, It could be that you're too busy to devote enough time to study, and if you can postpone it, maybe wait till the next opportunity, that would probably be best, because for the most of you, I just see that you won't have time to study, or you won't have time to devote the necessary time to this, and it seems like you would have to retake it anyway. So if you know you're already not ready for a certification test or something like that, I would wait until you are, because I feel like your intuition on that would be right on. Now, the help that's going to be available to you comes up as the Emperor as far as the tarot card, but there's some sort of disruption or delay coming up around someone who, it could be someone who's let you down. This could be a family member where there's been some conflict with family. So for some of you, it may be mom or a mother figure or an older female member of the family. There could be some sort of argument or delay. Or maybe this, I kind of feel like this is from the past. So maybe this started previously, maybe even in July, where there was a big argument, disruption over, someone that you were close to who let you down or disappointed you. Or maybe this is somebody saying you did that to them, Taurus, because again, these energies can work both ways. Some of you, it will be you. Other of you, it will be someone within your circle. Some of you, it may be your mom. But the help that's going to be available to you is the Emperor, and that's normally a father or father figure. He's definitely an authority. He's associated with the sign of Aries. So for some of you, that may be if you have an Aries father or granddad, or even an older brother. The Emperor is definitely a mature man, though. This is definitely somebody who is, and he is he's an authority in some area. So could be a lawyer. Some of you may be consulting a lawyer. It could be somebody a financial advisor. So somebody who's going to kind of get you out of a negative situation. For some of you, he may very well be a doctor, because this can also talk about like maybe health issues. If you've been struggling with maybe getting an accurate diagnosis, or finding a treatment that works for you if you have a health issue or a disease that needs attention. It could be that you finally consult someone in August who is able to work through this with you, who either diagnoses you, maybe finds out someone misdiagnosed you before. So it's worth getting a second opinion if this has to do with any health issues, because I feel like this guy has the ability to either find a treatment that will work better for you and not cause you to feel worse, or he is able to point you in the right direction. Now, for some of you, this may be your mom who's having the health issue, and this is someone who points her in the right direction, or it could be a new doctor that she consults. So yeah, I do see help coming, aid coming regarding any conflict. But for some of you, this may be your dad who's kind of making peace between you and mom, or you and your grandma, or an older female in the family. Now, what can't be changed in August is that there is someone just set in kind of it can be a self-destructive phase. This could be the person who didn't take your advice before, but the Knight of Swords is coming up. This is normally associated with the air signs, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. Doesn't have to be, though. It could just be somebody who is exhibiting the traits of an air sign. In the reverse, it's somebody who is very harsh with words, and blustery, and they don't think before they speak. It's just kind of verbal diarrhea, if you've heard that term before. Whatever is in their brain, it just comes out. This is the kind of person that will say, I'm honest to a fault. But the thing is, they're honest from their perspective, which is very limited because they're presenting as a knight. So this is somebody who's very immature. This is kind of the card that would come up for someone who is a bully with words. So particularly online, there are associations with the swords to communication and to the internet. So yeah, this could be somebody who is an online bully. who is really talking nonsense, but is very, wields it like a sword. And they're set in their viewpoint. But as this is a knight, this is someone who's either younger or behaving very immaturely. So again, gossip is associated with this as well. So what I think you're going to do though, Taurus, is in true Taurus fashion. I mean, you're set on your course, and you're not going to veer from that. You are a fixed sign, and you know where you're going. And it may not make sense to other people, and it doesn't have to. Because I feel like anybody complaining or gossiping about you, for the most part, is gossiping because you didn't do something that they, didn't want to have to handle on their own. So it's like, their indignation is all selfish and based in an area of, why didn't you do this? I don't want to do it. That's why I gave it to you, but you're too busy for nonsense in August. And, yes, in retrospect, you probably shouldn't have committed to do something that you weren't going to be able to do. But it's like until you get into August, you didn't know you were not going to be able to do this, or you didn't know how bad and how burdensome it was going to be. And now it's just not in your best interest to do it. So I see a lot of messages going back and forth. There may be some arguments, disagreements over what other people think that you should do. But this could also be, for many of you, another person in your life that you are set on either eliminating from your life or, going after in a way, because Tyr is a rune of you've got a cause, you've got an objective, and nothing's going to get in your way. If anyone gets in your way, they better be prepared to get steamrolled, because you're not stopping until you reach your goal. And this person may be trying to cause problems for you or create obstacles for you. They may be disagreeing and arguing with you, gossiping about you, but you gotta go on your course. You're set on this. You have a goal, and you're determined to achieve it. So, I mean, the outcome is, for the most part, I think many of you will be able to moderate your responses, because temperance is about balance as well, and it's coming up next to Yera. So yes, if you can moderate your responses, not react in an extreme way to really anything, which can be difficult, but I feel like many of you can pull this off, because you're kind of stoic anyway, Taurus, most of you, and you can control your emotions. But I mean, there are going to be some situations that maybe anger you in August, or where you do kind of get emotional. If you can temper that and hold back, that's going to work out best for you, because then whoever's kind of making an ass of themselves, pardon my language, it's just going to be a greater contrast to this person acting, crazy. And you acting very calm and patient. And August is just a month that seems very tempestuous, is the word they're giving me. It's up and down. It's busy. You don't have time for nonsense. And anybody who tries to throw nonsense in your way, you're going to kind of, plow right through them or plow right over them. And you should. And you need to get out of anything that is unfair to you, or putting too much of a burden on you. And even if it's something you committed to, it just seems like, you didn't know that all this other stuff was going to be going on, especially if you're dealing with health issues in the family or your own health issues and trying to get that taken care of. You're not going to feel like dealing with anybody else's extra BS. And so, yeah, and again, if health issues are the concern, I feel like, whether it's you or someone close to you, I feel like, either someone's gotten a misdiagnosis maybe, or there's been inaccurate information given to this person. And a second opinion is definitely going to be in the best interest here. But by the end of August, I do think things will be calming down. Things will seem more balanced and fair. And whatever this issue was with this person, will have calmed down, and you won't have to do anything about it. It's like it'll just work itself out, and you really don't have time to mess with it anyway. I feel like, you'll just be, you'll finally be able to find that calm at the end of August. maybe meditate again, do your yoga, whatever you do to decompress, watch your Netflix, whatever your form of relaxation is, you'll be able to do that at the end of August and really feel more emotionally balanced. So whatever crazy emotional stuff, at the peak of August, the crazy emotional peak of August, you will eventually get back down to something more level. It will be handled, and really all you have to do, your main goal is to make time for yourself as much as possible in August to decompress, to relax, and definitely get advice or a second opinion from someone regarding any health issues or family conflicts, because I feel like somebody can kind of bridge a gap here or really help you, an authority, either in the family or in a particular area of expertise. So a doctor, a lawyer, whatever help you need. There's someone who knows this stuff that's going to help you. So that is what I see for August, Taurus. Good luck with that, and I'll see you back here in September.